Hello devs, today we're going to build a fully operational AI bot using DeepSeek and WhatsApp for free in less than 12 minutes. Okay, this is crazy. You can have your own personal bot, you can build a product, you can test ideas for free. So stay with me and let's go.
So first of all, we have here my GitHub page. So you can come here, you can download the project, you can check what we need some things installed before starting, okay, for this bot. So the first thing you need to install is the Node.js. So you can come here to the official page and just download it, the latest stable version, and it will be fine. Also, you're gonna need the LM Studio. So this is a local application where you can run different models. You can choose what models to download and running. We're gonna use this to download the DeepSeek model, and then we're gonna use in our application. Also, if you are wondering how are you going to connect with WhatsApp, we're using this unofficial library called WhatsApp WebJS. It's pretty simple to use, and if you want to understand better on how all this connection work, just go to this official page and you can take a look at that. But it's pretty simple, and I'm not covering this right now, but that's what we're going to use. So for the installation, after you have installed Node.js, you also need a WhatsApp account. I think this is kind of obvious. And after you have installed LM Studio, let's go to the installation of the project. So you can come here to my Git repository, you can git clone the application, and then you start. So let's just do this together here. I have a tip for you. Just go to the folder where you want to download the project. You can erase this and you type cmd. It will open the terminal. It's pretty much like that. And you can just copy this git clone and you hit here, it will download and you will have a folder like I already have here. Okay. Then we can just enter at this folder like this with this command cd, and then you hit npm install. When you hit npm install, it will just install all the package that we need for running this project. It was pretty fast here. I don't know, it may take longer at your computer. With everything installed, we can just go here on the page that on the folder that we have just created. You should go to index. That's where we have the code that we need to understand. Okay, you can click it, it will open. So now you are seeing here. Let me put my image there. So this is the code that we are going to use to connect with DeepSeek and also with WhatsApp. It's all commented here, so you can take a look. You can take a closer look. I'm not going into much details of the code. If you need this, comment below and I can make a video explaining better this code. It's pretty simple. But here you can see the libraries that we are using. So WhatsApp WebJS. We are also using a QR code terminal library to connect our WhatsApp. Here we have the language model name, also an object to store the conversation history. This is the function that processes the message. Okay, so just going quick here. So it's initialize the user story. We add the user's message to this history. Limit the history to the last 10 interactions, so you can increase this number if you think it's necessary. I just limiting to 10 because of my machine right now. Here is where we are hitting our LLM. Okay, so with this code here, we are just hitting our LLM running on our local machine. This is what the DeepSeek API used to receive the message. So it receives some content, some roles. Okay, we are sending the user's complete story here, so it has some context to work. The temperature, it's how the language model is gonna work, and a maximum number of tokens for us to use. It also gets a reply. You will notice that DeepSeek is different from chatgpt. It prompts all your thinking throughout the process. I'm removing this from our terminal, from our assistant, so we don't get just flooded of messages. We also have like the conversation history, and we also log some messages for us to know what is going on. And for the rest of the code, we initializing the WhatsApp client, we generate a QR code to log in on WhatsApp. When it's ready, it's displaying a message for us to know, and then just start listening for the received messages from the API. But the purpose is just to show you how easy it is to make this connection between DeepSeek and WhatsApp. Great. Now that we have all installed, we already have the code, the project here. We should go to our LM Studio. So you can come here to LM Studio, and that's what we have. Here is the first tab. It's called Chat. Okay, but first what you need to do is to download a model. So while you're installing it, will probably prompt this to you already, but if it hasn't, you can just come here to discover. Here's the page where you can choose what model do you want to download. I recommend that you go with DeepSeek R1 because the newest version of DeepSeek, it's more modern and it's better. You should take a look at the gigabytes that they need. So choose these according to your machine. I'm choosing the lighter version because my machine is not that good. So if you choose a heavier version, you may be impacted about how fast you're gonna have your answers. So just choose one. I have this one here. I want the Silquin. This one here, the lighter version. After that, you can come here. If you want to use the chat, I'm not going to through this on this video so it doesn't get too long, but you just load a model and you can chat everything that you want with the DeepSeek. It's really nice. But what we're gonna focus here is on the developer page. This is the page where we can also load a model, and we can see here we already have some endpoints for our application to hit. So I'm gonna choose the model that we want to learn. Is this, as I told you, is the lighter version of DeepSeek R1. We can click load model, it start loading here. You can also see that right here on the right bottom, we have this CPU usage. So take a look at that. Make sure you're not using too much of your computer on this or use accordingly. And when it's ready, you can start using the AI model, especially with the API. After you run this, if you want to check if it's really working, you can see here that this is reachable at this endpoint, but it's also your local host, right? So let's take a look at this V1 models here. Where is the page? It's right here. So let me just put here. Here we have our endpoint. I'm gonna hit there. You can see that it just hit here. It's throwing an error, but don't mind about that. So these are the models that I have installed on my machine. Okay, the one that is working right now is this one here. And pay attention because when you're creating this on your machine, this name should be in the code that we've just created there. So you should make sure that right here you have the same name of the model that is running right now and it's downloaded on your machine. Okay, for this to work. So just make sure of that. So we can see that it's already running. So let's just go and run our project. We can just go back to that folder where you have everything installed, where you have the project installed, and you can type node index.js. It's gonna run the project, and then you just wait a little bit until it starts running. When it starts running, you're gonna see a QR code, and it's gonna say clients ready when you are already logged in WhatsApp. Great. Okay, right now you have the QR code. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my phone and I'm gonna scan this QR code and log in my account. Link device. We wait a little bit because my machine is not that good. Client's ready. Great. So I've just logged in. So just for you to understand, my cell phone here that I've just logged in using QR code, it's the bot. So I'm gonna log here in another account, in another WhatsApp account, and this will be a chat between my personal account, that is the bot, and this another account. So we actually need two WhatsApp accounts on this tutorial. Okay, let's go. Here the clients are ready, so I can already ask a question. So, hey, are you there? You can see that we received the message here. Hey, are you there? Also, we also received here running the chat completion, a conversation with two messages. And now it's just prompting like it's thinking here. And it will just reply the message any moment. If you have a better computer, it will be faster. For me, it takes a little. I'm sorry for that. Great, it has answered. It took longer than I expected here is because I have like the recording software on my machine, so I hope it's faster for you. Great, now you have a fully operational bot in your WhatsApp you can use for anything that you want. So I want this to help me study. So I can say, for example, what is React.js? While it's generating, you can think about other things, other implementations. You can build a product upon this. Just remember that you will be probably hosting everything that you have locally here on a cloud machine, and this will be better. Maybe it will cost you a little, but for a product, it may be worth it. And then you can have a better machine than mine dedicated to this, and it will be faster. Okay, but for projects when you are still learning and you're still trying and you don't want to spend anything with API calls, this is great. It has answered what is React.js here. It has a good explanation about. Great question. It's not an operating system, but rather a JavaScript library. We can ask more things to it or not. Okay. I want you to notice that I received some other messages in my WhatsApp while I was doing this. So message received from client, it took a little bit longer. That's why it's also included here. So there are 3 messages just being generating right now, being processed. Okay, so this is a good thing to improve. There are a couple of things we can improve on this code, and I'm gonna challenge you on doing this. So what you can do is you can limit this bot to only process messages that is coming from a specific person, right? You just need the WhatsApp ID of that person. It's usually the name plus a couple of things. You can Google it or ask for an AI. It will help you on doing that. Okay, this way you will limit this message is being processed and you only process your messages. It also sometimes receives some messages from status or channels that you have subscribed in WhatsApp. So this is another improvement that you can make. And if you find anything else that you can improve in the code, even make it faster, please comment below. We are always happy to gather new ideas. So this is great. That's it. We now have a fully operational bot in your WhatsApp. You can use this to build anything that you want that involves chatting with an AI. The next step after improving the code would be hosting this in a cloud, for example, with some automatic scaling or a better machine, and then you can even build a product. But until there, you can test it in your machine and you will have no cost, less energy, of course, for this. So
If you have enjoyed this video, subscribe to our channel. We are always bringing you content here. And if you want to know more about AI, I've just uploaded a video about GitHub Copilot and how it can help you understanding new code that you've never seen before in a couple minutes. So just take a look at this video here and you'll find that very useful for you. So thank you for watching and take care.